Okay, so you're going to start out and click Add Book, which seems simple. So you want to select that you are going to be selling the book on Google Play. You're using an ISBN and you're bringing your own ISBN. So just like I had before, I have my Google Sheet set up so I can easily copy in the ISBN. Boom, saves me a lot of time. Just have that other tab open. All right, okay, so now we're going to enter all the information all over again. This is why I have that Google Sheet and then a Google Doc open with the book description. So that way I am able to just go in, copy and paste instead of having to type it out. Maybe I get a typo, maybe I mistype something. It makes it so much easier when I can just copy and paste, so I suggest that you do that too. So here is when I am posting that it's going to go on sale on the 25th, and that means that it's on pre-sale. So I uploaded this in mid-February. So this is saying from the second that it's approved to go live, it'll be on pre-order, but it won't be released until the 25th of March. So it's giving me a nice long pre-order period so I can get some marketing going for it. Now I do have the series name, so that is typed in, and this is going to be book number 1 in the series. Now here with this related books, that refers to editions. So if this was a 2nd edition or a 3rd edition, I would have picked that, but that's not the case, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so here is where I'm selecting the genre. It's really nice that I can just start to type in a word and search. So I can put in publishing. This is about self-publishing. I could put in books. I could put in, if it was an environmental book, I could start to type environment. I can really start to type anything that I think is going to fit with these categories. And you want to have more categories, but you want to make sure that they make sense too, right? I wouldn't just pick a category that I didn't think made sense. Like there's a lot of different writing categories, but I wouldn't say that this is travel writing or technical writing. This is about self-publishing. So the writing's already done. This is the nuts and bolts of getting the book published. So that's why I'm not going in there and just picking all of these different categories that I could. I want to make sure it makes sense, because if somebody finds it in that category and it's not what they're looking for, they're not going to buy it. So I do want to make sure that it's the correct category. So I'm going back and forth here, looking for those codes. And I don't like the ones that I'm seeing pop up. So I'm trying to make sure I pick the right ones. Now with Amazon, you can only pick 2. Here in Google, as you can see, I can keep adding more, but I want to make sure they're all relevant. I don't just want to pick every category or just a hot category if it has nothing to do with the book. Okay, save. All right, and then I'm going to do contributors. So I am the contributor, I'm the author, and here I didn't have my other tab pulled up, so I'm just going to quickly pull up my website where I have my press kit that has all of my different biographies on there of different lengths and sizes. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. I've already grammar checked it. I've already used it several times, so I can just copy and paste it. Now it's consistent with everything else that I have out there. Okay. Okay, so here is where I'm going to upload the file. Now you cannot drag and drop. You're going to see me try to do that. It doesn't work. You'll kind of see where it just is like, oh, cool, here's the picture. So you do want to actually click upload. You don't just want to drag and drop. It is going to throw an error at you. So I'm going to go through, pick my cover. Boom. Now one thing that I do here is I just put the cover in, so you'll have to see me come back in a second or two to be like, wait, where do I put the content in? This is also the field where you put it in, so all of your content goes in here. So Google is smart enough to know when you put in a JPEG, that's your cover. When you put in an Epub file, that is your book, which is very nice that it does that. Now here, you can see that I went through the process of setting up 2 different prices. So if I wanted to say I want to do one price during pre-sale and I want to do another price after pre-sale, I can set that up in Google. I decided not to do that because I didn't do that on any other platform. I didn't think that was right, just to say, well, you know, maybe you have everything's already set up with Barnes & Noble, everything's already set up with Apple Books, so that means you have to pay more versus going to Google. I don't want people to feel like they have to jump through hurdles or just to save $1, so I am just going to have one price for the pre-sale, but I'm going through the steps so you can see what it would be if you wanted to set that up. So that way you know that you can do that. But I did go back and just set that at the $3.99 price, one low price for everybody. So now it's like, okay, so you're ready to go. And I was like, nope, I need to upload the file. So we're going to go in and add the Epub file. Now remember, this is something that I downloaded from Smashwords. So Smashwords provided me a updated Epub file, so I was now able to use that with Google Play and Streetlib. So thankfully, Smashwords does the hard work for me. I didn't have to pay somebody to do that file conversion. It's all just in there. So now, okay, we are good to go. Everything's in there, and I can hit publish. Congratulations. Okay, so then when you go back to your main screen, you're going to see this. It's going to say needs edits. It always says that, and that's because it's processing the file. So I'm going to go through and add the second book in the series, and by the time I finish, I should be able to see that the book is now approved, or if there are any edits, it will, continue to show that. If it says needs edits after a couple hours, go in and see if there was an issue in processing the file. Okay, and that is how you set up a book on Google Play.